Hey there guys, Zach here for Windows Central and welcome back to another video. Now today we're unboxing and taking a first look at the Cube WP10 Windows 10 mobile tablet. There aren't many Windows 10 mobile tablets on the market right now, although a few OEMs have announced Windows 10 mobile tablets. None of them, apart from this one as far as I can tell, is available to buy. So kind of a rarity on the market right now. Still pretty cool to see. This is a Windows 10 mobile tablet from a Chinese OEM, Cube, I assume they're called. Qualcomm Snapdragon, this is a low-end tablet, so you won't be, getting Quad HD screens with super high CPUs and lots of RAM. Very low-end tablet, but it is a tablet nonetheless running Windows 10 Mobile, which, as I said, is pretty rare right now. The box is pretty much unremarkable. It's kind of dirty as well. But on the back here, just a bunch of stuff. This is technically a phone, so you can actually stick in a SIM. 2 SIMs even. It's a dual SIM device. I believe GSM cellular connectivity and possibly 4G LTE connectivity. I don't know about that for certain. I'll double check in a second. But yes, this is the box. A very small box. It is a 7-inch tablet. It's not a huge tablet by any means. Here it is. We'll dive into the actual tablet in a second, but putting that to one side, let's take a look at what else is in the box. You can see here we have pretty much not much. We have a USB to micro USB connector, no plug, so you'd have to provide your own power for that. Then you've got a SIM tray tool for putting the SIM cards in. I also believe it has micro SD expansion support, which is very nice. And then, of course, your quick start guide, which I assume is all in Chinese. Yes, it is. So, oh no, there's an English version, English translation, very nice. And also, health and safety. I assume that's health and safety. And then there's also a VIP card. This is a VIP card. It's only for yourself. What does it do? I don't know. It's all in Chinese. Regardless, is that a sticker? No, okay. I thought it comes with a sticker. Like, this is Apple. Amazing. But no, that's all the stuff in the box. Very exciting, not really, but what can you do? It's a low-end tablet from a Chinese OEM. Here's the tablet itself. Now, off the bat, this actually doesn't feel too bad. No, it's not creaking. Very well built off the get-go. Where it's going to fall down, however, is obviously the specs. It is a low-end device. Very nice, though. Yeah, so 4G. Got a nice 4G sticker there, so it will do 4G and I assume LTE. Windows 10 Mobile, and then some other stuff that is in Chinese, so I don't know. Dual SIM, I can guess at what that picture is. So if we pull off the tab here, fantastic. Put that over to one side for a second. Is there one on the back as well? I believe there is. Fantastic. So this is the device. Let's power on, and you'll notice off the get-go, Snapdragon logo, pretty interesting. Not something I've seen on a Windows 10 mobile tablet before, might I add. Doesn't take too long to boot up, I don't think. Yep, Chinese logo, which I assume is the same on the box. I guess that's the OEM. I'm going to assume that says Cube, because this device is the Cube WP10. Windows logo, that's familiar. That's something we all recognize. And there's the start screens. So this is the Cube WP10 in all of its glory. On the side here, we've got a lock power button, volume rocker, and that's it. Bottom, micro USB port. On this side, your expansion slot, which if we open it up here, you will see that we've got the options for... two SIM cards, and if you want one can be used as a micro SD slot as well, which is always great. And on the top, a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the back, Cube logo. No, that says Cube. I don't know what that says. WP10, Snapdragon logo, a bunch of stuff down here, and of course camera, because there's obviously, this is a phone technically. You have a camera with a nice flash. What camera is this? Does it say? It doesn't say. Well, I imagine it's not great. And then on the front, a front-facing camera as well. So coming around to the front, we've got a 6.98 inch, basically 7-inch display running at 1280 by 720p. Also IPS, not a terrible screen, not the best screen either. My first impressions, it seems clear enough at a distance. I mean, if you get close enough, you will see pixels, of course. But display doesn't seem too bad. Also got a Snapdragon 210 with 2GB of RAM running under the hood with 16GB of internal storage as well, which is also expandable with microSD. This is a device that has cellular connection, so you can have either dual SIM or one SIM card and one SD card. That's up to you entirely, or none at all. If you want to just use this purely as a normal tablet, you don't have to stick a SIM in there at all. And yes, so this is Windows 10 Mobile running on a 7-inch tablet, and so far it's pretty great. Now, there are going to be a few issues. First and foremost, no update support, as of yet at least. I'm not sure if Microsoft are planning to support this device at all in any way, shape or form. But this device comes shipped with Threshold 2, so build 10586, the November update from 2015. Doesn't come with the anniversary update, and as far as I can tell, there is no support for the anniversary update through Windows Update normally on the production ring or via the Windows Insider program through the release preview ring or Insider Slow or Fast. There are just no updates available for this at all, unfortunately. That may change in the future, but as of right now, you cannot get any updates for this, which is unfortunate. There are updates through the store, so you can still get app updates, which I'm sure many people will. There's just a bunch of these were updated a few minutes ago. Of course, you're going to miss out on some of the big ones, such as the Skype Preview app, as that's not available on the November update, as well as a number of other apps that aren't targeting older versions of Windows 10 Mobile. So keep that in mind if you're planning to buy this. But the tablet mode experience, I say tablet mode, it's still Windows 10 Mobile in mobile form, just display scaling is a little bit different. So far, it seems pretty nice. If we open up a few apps here, I'll show you what these look like. So this is Groove Music. We've seen Groove Music here, there and everywhere. And now it's running on a 7-inch Windows 10 Mobile device. And that's going to take a few seconds to set up. No music found, of course not. If we go to Explore here. Nope, no Explore tab because this is 10586 and not a newer build. So let's go into Mail here. So opening up a few apps here just to see what they look like on a bigger screen. A lot of these will just seem like the phone apps just scaled up because although this is a 7-inch device, it is running at just standard HD. So it's not like there's loads of resolution here to mess about with. So the display scaling I've set back to 175%, which puts more on screen at once, which is kind of what's needed at this display size. Whereas out of the box, it does come with the display scaling at 220%, I think. Maybe it was 250. Let me double check. So yeah, the 225. So the display scaling was up there, which is terrible because a screen this size, basically all that does is make it like a normal phone. You might as well have bought a 4-inch phone at that point. Bringing it down there makes the experience a little bit better. Could be better. I'm going to say like the typing experience, for example, the keyboard is not exactly optimized for this screen size. It's a bit awkward to type on. You can't split it either because, again, the display scaling isn't exactly correct for this device. But like I said, if this was, say, an 8-inch device we're running at a little bit of a higher resolution, the experience would be a lot better. You'd get more apps running in a more of a tablet/desktop environment. For example, the settings app would look a little more bearable if we switch this sideways here. You see, that's a more familiar UI that one might expect from a tablet, and that would be the case with a number of apps as well. So if we open up Groove, well, Groove hasn't done it, but you get the point. A lot of these apps would display a little bit differently. Regardless, still a very nice Windows 10 mobile tablet. So if we just see a few of the apps here, you can see that I get the 4 apps on the screen when switching between them because of course this is a tab. I guess I'm going to call it more of a phablet/tablet thing. Is Word running, very nice indeed, but I mean typing's not terrible. The quick brown, well, apparently it is terrible. I'm just terrible at life. That's what the problem is there. If we open up some more apps here, let's go into here. Let's get the Windows Central app downloaded. Windows Central, there it is. Press Get, and with luck that should download. Let's open up a couple more apps. We've got the News app here, which is very nice indeed. So a lot of these apps don't look too bad. I mean, I'm pretty happy with what's here so far. Let's go. I'm going to press No when this prompt comes up. Hopefully, nope, it's just going to show me everyone where I live anyway. Of course it is. No, don't do that. Let's just go to America. when that decides to load. Anyway, that's that. Fantastic. We've got Microsoft Edge, which is here, and you're only seeing secure content. Okay, nice. And there's the website, which is displaying pretty nicely. Okay, so here's the Windows Central app. If we launch that, it should look pretty nice as well on the 7-inch display. Yes, it does, as I expected. Windows Central app is pretty cool. You can download this from the Windows Store today when it decides to load, because my internet is on 1 bar. How is that a thing? There we go. So yes, here's the Windows Central app. Looks fine and dandy. If we open up an article here, yes, it reads well. And of course, then we can read in the browser, which will take us to Microsoft Edge, which has tab support and all this other stuff. If we go into settings here, you may see some stuff. Yes, lots of nice options. You know, it's Windows 10 Mobile. What are you expecting? Camera, not the best camera in history. I won't read that. Look, yeah, that's really not great. I mean, you know, what are you expecting? It's a low-end tablet from China. It's not going to be great. Weather app here, so what that looks like. Fantastic. Looks like the Windows 10 Mobile app, which is kind of the trend here. It is a Windows 10 Mobile device after all. Now, there is actually something I want to point out before we sign off. I don't know if this is just an issue of mine specifically, or if this is a defect on all manufactured Cube WP10 devices, but there's a black bar at the top here, which you may assume is to do with the operating system. No, the LCD's just not positioned correctly with the rest of the frame. It slid down a little bit, and you can tell, because if you look here, it may be difficult to see, but the navigation bar is slightly off, and if you actually get rid of it, you can see that the bar down here, the app bar down here, is kind of sunken below where you can see. But that is an issue nonetheless. Keep that in mind if you're planning to buy it. I think it's better seen if we go into Edge. If we swipe this down here, let me just zoom in on it. You can see, once it focuses, that is just a little bit sunken below the screen. And if we come up here, you'll see that there's just a random black bar, which is pretty annoying. But yes, that's a very quick look at the Cube WP10. Stay tuned at Windows Central for a full review of this device and hands-on with Windows 10 Mobile on a bigger screen, because there are some differences as demoed today. Thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.